Tell us a little bit about the Calgary Stampede going ahead this year, and just what that means for agriculture in the province.
You bet. I mean, if you're an agricultural producer, the pandemic really hasn't changed our lives too much, but what it has done is inhibited us from being able to really kind of showcase exactly what it is that we have as products. The last 2 years has really allowed a lot of people to become very innovative in the products that we're able to produce here in southern Alberta. So the Calgary Stampede gives us a tremendous opportunity to be able to, whether it's a showcase of whether it's in a food truck or whether it's in the nutrient center in our activity or seed, like we've got different corners of showcasing all the neat things that we have in southern Alberta.
As the economy recovers from the pandemic, how much of a leader is agriculture?
It is the leader in agriculture right now. Economic numbers have just come out, and a study from the Simpson Center at the University of Calgary has proven that agri-food has led the way when it comes to the revenues generated from agri-food in this province.
Talk about, I guess, the commitment that Calgary Stampede has to sourcing some local food from local farmers here in Alberta.
You bet. Our agri-food mandate specifically states that we want to showcase everything that we can produce here in southern Alberta. So we make a concerted effort to find those vendors and people that would like to come and really showcase what it is that they do. So many of the food trucks that we have on park here are in fact selling Alberta products.
You talked about the ingenuity. Tell us a little bit about the ingenuity that you've seen firsthand in the industry between farmers, and I guess sometimes the farmers are finding ways to sell their food directly to the consumer, but also the partnership that farmers have with manufacturers now to turn out sell their products.
Well, one of the interesting journeys that we've been on in the past couple of years is this idea around sustainability, and in order to figure out what that meant, it brought in a whole bunch of new players into our agricultural communities, and that's allowed producers access to a number of industries that we necessarily wouldn't have seen before. So we see a lot of our farmers going direct to the craft breweries. We're looking at the way to be able to niche market the products that we have, and so just having the information and the access to these individuals, I think that's the critical point. We now have access to people that we never really thought to talk to before.
And what are the key buzzwords you're hearing from farmers sort of thing as we emerge from the pandemic, and as you mentioned, agriculture is a leader, economic leader at this point?
The key buzzword?
Yeah, if there's any buzzword sort of thing, like where do we go from here sort of thing?
You betcha. I mean, the key, interesting key buzzwords, it's still about collaboration. It's still about working with everybody. Like, this is going to take a concerted effort. We are too consistently siloed in the commodities and the areas that we each work in. If we're really going to elevate southern Alberta agriculture into the world, we're going to have to do this together and really help not only ourselves feel confident in promoting to the world, but we got to garner the support of our politicians and our consumers alike. It's going to take all of us to really get out there.